Tragedy in the sky just outside Washington, D.C. last night. A military helicopter colliding with an American Airlines jet near Reagan National Airport last night. Good afternoon. I'm Amanda Post. Thanks for joining us today. Now, search and rescue operations do continue in the icy Potomac River, where both aircraft plunged after that collision. So far, no survivors have been located. At least 67 people were on board in total, both of those aircraft. Erie News Now Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon has been following this developing story since it happened last night. Brendan, thanks for joining us at this noon hour. What's the latest?
Hey there, Amanda. Good afternoon. At this point, we know that at least 27 bodies have been pulled from the Potomac River. We know that efforts have officially shifted from rescue to recovery with no survivors, as you said. Now, right now, I am in sort of the southern point of D.C. Right over here is the Anacostia River, and behind me is the Potomac River, and they both kind of converge directly behind me, just to kind of give you a sense of where we're at. Right around the river here, not far from where the collision took place in the Potomac Reagan Airport, kind of directly that way, not too far as the crow flies. But I'm here because there is a very large emergency presence right behind me. It's a very large staging area that has been really being built up for the past several hours. We're seeing reports that indicate this is a casualty collection point. Some calling it a temporary morgue. I was saying, out here late last night, early this morning, saw several fire trucks, ambulances, large tractor trailers coming in and out of this lot right here. And this is just sort of a nothing typical. There's a concrete plant right here. There's a boat launch. There's a helicopter pad right here on the Anacostia River. But again, I think due to its location and how close it is just around the river here toward where that accident site was, it's serving as a good location for recovery crews, for rescue crews, as they try to collect this different debris and sort of piece everything together. I want to rewind to last night. It was around 8:48 p.m. when a large regional emergency response was triggered. First crews arriving to Reagan Airport around 8:58 p.m. Rescue efforts were immediately underway for the total 67 people, Amanda, as you said, who were involved. So far, there have been no reports of survivors. Right before landing, or supposed to land at the southern end of the runway at Reagan National Airport, an American Airlines CRJ-700 with 64 people on board collided with a military Black Hawk helicopter, which was carrying 3 Army soldiers. Cold temperatures, murky water, and darkness really all complicating rescue efforts that have been underway for well over 12 hours now. And of course, those rescue efforts have been suspended, and now we are on those recovery efforts. President Trump moments ago calling this a tragedy of epic proportions, saying, quote, "We are one family and today we are all heartbroken." President Trump did go on to point the finger during that speech at the previous administration for a number of different on a number of different topics. Federal transportation officials saying this morning the tragic accident was absolutely preventable. Take a listen to the new transportation secretary.
So we are going to wait for all the information to come in from this vantage point, but to back up what the president said, what I've seen so far, do I think this was preventable? Absolutely. We will not rest until we have answers for the families and for the flying public. You should be assured that when you fly, you're safe.
Amanda, officials here will no doubt be working hard to find out exactly what went wrong and how. And it's with these various staging areas behind me where crews are literally going to physically, piece by piece, put everything together to kind of solve this puzzle of exactly what happened last night, just shy of 9 o'clock. But again, until then, it's really a race against the clock and a race against some potential incoming weather, which could impact those recovery efforts. We're going to keep a close eye on those remaining recovery efforts. We've heard reports that debris is far down to National Harbor, which is a few miles south down the Potomac River of where that crash site was. So it gives you an idea of just kind of how the water is flowing and how far the debris can travel with certain weather conditions. Reporting live in Washington for Erie News Now, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Amanda, back to you.